We have little Nikki here. She's about 2 years of age. So it is the right time, usually for next season, that a devil will become into breeding. So Tasmanian devils, as we do know, are classified as endangered due to the devil facial tumour disease. It is a disease that came around about 1996, which is devastating the population. So it starts with little lesions on their face and becomes a lot worse and starts to prevent them from eating or drinking. So here at Tasmania, we are part of a breeding program for the devils, and we have been very successful with those breeding of those devils. So female devils, so just like a lot of other Australian native species, are a marsupial. So as you can see there, that is her pouch. If you take note, it is very shallow at the moment, so obviously when they do come into cycle, it becomes a lot deeper for those little babies to live. So being a marsupial, most of the development is done inside the pouch. So lucky for Tasmanian devils, they're only pregnant for 3 weeks. Yeah. So you can imagine a 3-week gestation. They're born about the size of a grain of rice. And they do give birth to an incredible 20 to 40 little baby devils. As you can see, they do only have 4 teats inside that pouch, so only 4 can survive. So it is the fastest, the quickest. It is a way for the population to get the most viable of the babies there. So they'll stay in the pouch for about 4 to 5 months. And that's where they'll do most of the development. So you may see from around the park that we do have some of our other little devils out, a lot bigger, so a bit too big to stay in the pouch. So what they do is they climb up a mum's back and they use the scruff on their back. Tasmanian devil breeding is not a very pretty sight. Female devils have actually evolved over time to protect themselves. So most marsupials will have fat deposits stored at the base of their tail, and when a female goes into cycle, that actually moves up to the back of her neck and prevents any damage being done. So the male will scruff the female and drag her around, so that does protect her. That also stays during her pregnancy and for when babies are growing. As I said, they do climb up on her back and try to scruff right at the back of that neck there, so they do keep that fat deposit. So Tasmanian devils are opportunistic scavengers, so they don't make great hunters. They don't have very good eyesight, so during the day it's about 5%, and it gets a little bit better at night, but still not fantastic. They're also not the most coordinated of species, so they do take an opportunity to find whatever they can and start eating it. So devils will gorge themselves and they'll become nice, round. They do store that with a slow, just falling asleep there, with a slow metabolism, and they might not eat for another 4 to 5 days. Reason for this is it is a very difficult time to find food, and they do have competition between themselves as well. So as you can see here, I've just noticed it's just started sweating through the nose. So very similar to a dog, they will use their nose and their paws to sweat and cool down as well there. So the reason that they are called Tasmanian devils is because of the early settlers. So as you can imagine, we've all heard the sound that they make. Their ears as well, so they do have very thin ears that are filled with blood vessels. So when they do get hot and they do get quite worked up, all the blood rushes to their ears and they almost become a transparent red. So listening to that, and you know, you shine a torch on them, and you see the red ears. You've got nothing to go by other than that. It's the devil there at night and the crunching of the bone. So Tasmanian devils do have an incredibly strong jaw, so it is one of the strongest of all land animals. They can crunch that bone down really, really easily. So Tasmanian devils, as I said here, Nikki is about 2 years of age. Next season she will be ready to breed. They do, however, only have a very short lifespan, so they'll live to be about 5 to 6 years old. So not very long at all. It's a very quick lifespan for them. Alright, so while she's nice and comfy here, we can all have a pat of Nikki. So I just ask that we pat her nicely on the back there. Keep away from the sharp end of the head.
Sharp end of the what? The business end.
So they're a lot softer than what they look.
Yeah, phone come up not enough space, and it just won't get out of it. It keeps kicking me out of it.
Oh, fine. Yep, so we do also offer encounters with our devils.
Oh, you're beautiful, aren't you?
So what's their scientific name?